What's up, everybody? We are live. StreamYard doesn't do a countdown like Restream. That caught me off guard there. How is everybody doing? I hope we are well. Let me know how the mic sounds. As you see, we have the Shadow Twitch page up just now because they are going live in 15 minutes with some exclusive Shadow PC news. And we thought we might as well catch it live. And we hope that this is going to be nothing like the previous Xbox indie event that I did. I ain't sitting here for 3 hours. Absolutely no chance. So, if the mic's all good, let me go and say hello to you lovely people in the chat already. Raven Anaim, how are you doing, sir? Shadow indeed. Yes, we're going to find out, hopefully find out some juicy gossip today. Hopefully get some idea of what the future holds. Let me say hello, Stadia Vet Gaming, lurking in the dark is Shadow. It is indeed right now. It's pretty much unclear what's going to be happening. Although the new owner did put out a pretty sizable Twitter thread where he said, so they were taking out blades from the US data center to give back to 2C RSI. Excuse me, folks, sorry. Taking them away. So that's how everybody's on Boost now, and that's why we can't get Infinite and Ultra in the US. But he did mention that they were looking to upgrade and hopefully roll out some new tiers. They're thinking about some new tiers. Whether it stays Boost, Infinite and Ultra, maybe that will change wording. The rigs that we possibly might get may change as well. Let me say hello now, Canadian Milk Bags. That's a belter of a name, sir. You've been waiting 2 months for your Shadow and it still hasn't came yet. I can tell you for sure, and I see that Raven Anaim has been telling you this in the chat. Yeah, you're at least 1 year, a minimum of a 1 year wait in Europe for Infinite right now. God knows how long that's going to take in the US, considering they aren't even offering that right now. That could all change depending on when they get their new hardware. If they get their new hardware. Who else is in here? Who else is in the chat? Humane Shadow X71. This better be good. You're telling me. I'm hoping for good news. I am really hoping for good news. And sorry, there is there. Pikachu. I love that. I love seeing you doing that in the chat, mate. It's good. It's good. What's Stadia Vet Games saying? It'll be interesting to see the least at what they are going to announce. Yeah, and that's the thing, we don't know. We're not privileged to this information, unfortunately. And you know what? What I will say is, for any of you that has had the experience of using Shadow, savor it. Because I haven't even had the chance yet. I haven't even had the chance. There's someone else in the chat now, sorry. Prestige Nexus. Hello, sir. Thank you very much for joining. And thank you to everyone else that's watching that maybe isn't commenting. Fire in the questions. Let's get the chat going. This is what this is all about. This is something different for me. I'm usually behind the mic recording, doing the news. Or playing games live on our CGXS channel. So this is a bit new to me. This is good though. I love speaking to you guys in that, and hopefully we get some good news. We're currently just watching a previous stream that's on the Shadow PC Twitch channel. Patiently waiting. We are 11 minutes and counting. So I'm the same as you, Nexus. I have never had the chance to use Shadow. Hopefully, and that's the thing as well. I could put in an order for Boost, but I feel like, why go for Boost? Why go for Boost when we'll wait it out. We'll see what happens. I want to be on that high tier, man. I don't want none of this low tier nonsense. I want to go for the full works. I want to see how good it can be. I know how good it can be because, trusted opinions from Ace and Chief and others in the Discord says so. Says that it's really good. Yeah, and Raven Anaheim's saying the same there. That is really good. Yep. There's the man right there. There's the man right there. I use Boosterroid at the moment. Yes, hey, I love Boosterroid. But with the games it's just been taken off by Microsoft, we could see another case of once they come out of beta, maybe your games like GTA, etc., are going to leave. Boosterroid is great if you're in Europe, not so good if you're in the US. Unfortunately, they don't have any data centers over there just yet. But whilst I've been doing research, they have got partners. They partner with Intel and Asus and Huawei or Huawei, depending which way you want to pronounce it. They partner with them so that they can have a more stable connection and give us a better experience, and it certainly seems to be working. So maybe that will stand them in good stead going forward. Sorry guys, I'm going to mute my mic to clear my throat. This is dreadful. Sorry. Tell you what, I'll fix it. Good old trusty can of brew. Sorry, let's get these chats up. Sarah, hello, thank you for joining. So what is wrong with the shadow of a thing? You still have to wait until 31st of December. Yes, unfortunately, you're not the only one. I know it's frustrating. You aren't the only one, is the only thing I can say to that right now. Matev, I hope I pronounced that properly. You're using it, it's good, fantastic. Yep, we know it's good, that's the thing. We know the tech is good. Are we live, guys, by the way? My phone is not showing that we are live. Yeah, we are live. Okay, it's just my phone being an idiot. Yeah, we know the tech's good. We know a lot. Everyone that's been using it says it's fantastic. But what I will say, just as Shadow is about to go live right now, they'll put the countdown timer on. Let me refresh this. What we'll say is, though, some people have been experiencing some difficulty. There we go. We'll get this up full screen, and it's going to count down. We get some nice music. Oh yeah, there you go. Wee bit of background music. We'll turn that up when the stream starts. Yeah, some people are reporting an issue with their Boost subscriptions in the US. They say it's not performing all too well for previous 3 or 4 months at times. Ali, my man, I am unsure what you mean about this. Is that you asking if you can pay for Shadow with PayPal? If that is the question, I am unsure. I am actually unsure on that one. I would imagine it's going to be credit or debit card. PayPal, maybe. I'll find out. We'll find out and get back to you on that one for sure. That's a question I wasn't really prepared for, actually. You've caught me off guard there. Canadian Mike, what are you asking here, buddy? Do I think GFN will ever add games like Minecraft or Valorant? Possibly. What I would say with Minecraft is I think that's big enough already, isn't it? I don't even know if they're too bothered about having their game on any other services like cloud right now. Maybe in time. I think with time Minecraft we're thinking about sort of cloud gaming. We might be on to some new games from them at that point, or new variations. Yeah, listen, I certainly hope so. I can't say for sure though. That's the thing. Raven Anime says that Boost is going to get a boot. Do you mean like a boot up the backside and make it more powerful, or are you just going to boot it away? You're not having it. You're not having any of that boost anymore. Nexus uses it for Warzone and Overwatch. Yeah, I mean the latency is good. And is that you? You'll be playing. How do you find that playing via Shadow against players that are actually on a local PC? Do you feel like you're at a disadvantage? I would be really worried about that sort of thing. Competitive PvP with multiplayer games. I'll tell you why, because I used to play Rogue Company religiously and relentlessly. And at one point, it was the only game I had installed on my laptop here. And then I realised it's on GFN. I thought, let's give that a try. Listen, latency is fine for me in GFN, but I could notice the difference straight away. So I could notice the difference straight away. I was nowhere near the level that I used to be at. And I really didn't like it. The game ran fine. The game ran fine, but the few extra milliseconds with PvP games makes all the difference. I think it just makes all the difference for me. Hello, Luke. Mr. Gregory, how are we doing, sir? I hope you're well. You've never used Boosterroid. Got Shadow last September, and it's pretty good for what Boost is. 25 millisecond latency is absolutely bang on. Yeah, that is really good. That is really good. And I am glad that you are enjoying it for sure. We just pretend it does. It makes us feel, I don't know, just makes us feel a wee bit better, doesn't it? This is extra though. I don't know what the extra is because it ain't got any bloody sugar in it. It's like extra nothing. Matev makes a good point. Yes. Matev, price, a lot of us think the prices are going to go up. And see, to be honest, I think a lot of us that had Shadow were underpaying, I think, for the tech that you were getting on the Infinite and Ultra tiers. When you compare it to some of the other lesser known services, price wise, it was, there wasn't really a comparison. You go and take max settings, for instance, which is a sort of pay as you go service. That can get really expensive, so it can. So if you weigh that up against the likes of Shadow, and they both, gaming wise, I think they're both pretty similar from what we see, and from the comparisons that Chief does, the maximum settings is a pretty good piece of kit. So if you try and average that out, yep, I definitely think you're probably underpaying for Shadow, and I definitely think we're going to see some price increases for sure. Aaron Matev is helping us out as well. He says, yes, you can play. He's paid through PayPal. There you go. That's fantastic. Thank you for the help there on that. I haven't not even used the service. I haven't even signed up for it because when I was gone, all this happened. Oh, hello, Ace. He just popped in out of nowhere. Flesh you, how you doing, sir? How you doing? I hope you're well as well. How are we, Ace?
Hold up, I cannot hear Jack Squat. 1 second. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Can you not hear the music playing in the background? Do I need to share it with you?
Nah, I can hear. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Mate, you snuck up on me then, man. I just, I was reading chat, going between the screens, and then the next thing your face appears. No, it's great to see you, though, man. I hope you're not, you're not skiving too much off of work, though.
Nah, my client canceled, so it's perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. How does the mic sound, man?
Mic sounds perfect.
Good.
Mic sounds perfect. Yeah.
Yo, this is exciting stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get too excited though, in case we're disappointed. Just to
Right.
answer Firestorm's question, we do not know anything about this news, so we don't. In 5 seconds, we're going to find out just exactly what is happening.
Yeah. This is cool. Hopefully they give us a roadmap, man. You know, with the new changes that's going on, hopefully we see what the future of Shadow might hold, right? I know a lot of people have been asking us, right, what's next for this platform. So I think it'll be good if they give us kind of like a little roadmap here. But again, we're trying to set our expectations pretty low, right? Not to get our hopes up.
Yeah, because you don't know, so it's just speculation.
Yeah.
And we can think here and there. You can think logically just based on things that's happened, like a price increase. I think that's inevitable. Don't think
Yeah.
anyone's going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you've probably been underpaying for the service that you've been getting.
That's true. How about upgrade to the graphics card, man? How about if they give us like for boost, how about if they upgrade that to, like a 2080, and then for Infinite Ultra, we start seeing like 30,000 series rigs for Shadow, man. I think that would be pretty incredible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's yeah, that's a high aim, but that's what they should. No, but that's what the company should be aiming towards,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Clabber already said that they have new hardware coming. They're putting in the order.
Welcome,
So
everyone,
That'd be
and
awesome. Here we
welcome
go.
to a new Shadow News after, I think, almost a pause of 2
chat,
months now.
let us know how the
if
volume is
I
for you
remember
guys.
correctly.
I'll
So,
up a bit.
good morning, I would say, to our friends in the US, and good evening to our
Good
friends
morning. Good
in Europe,
morning.
right? Or for wherever you're joining right now. Wow, what an
Hello,
evening.
everyone. Hello.
It's so good to see so many people already up. That's nice. Just to get things done a little earlier today, my name is Malte, and I'm very impolite because I introduced myself first. But with me is Yanis. Most of you have probably seen him before. He's been with me on the Shadow News a couple of times already in the past, explaining literally everything around.
I missed the
Shadow,
music. They
right?
should have that music still on in the background.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm Yanis. I've been in the
I
company
can hear
for
it, huh?
nearly 5 years now.
What's
And
up, chat?
yeah,
What's up, everyone?
I've done many
Thank you
positions
guys
during
for
the
being
company and worked on different side of things.
Flesh, you saying a
product
bit louder,
marketing.
please.
Yeah,
And
I've got
still
it as loud as
here
it'll
to
go. I
update
think.
you
Hang
about
on.
what's happening at Shadow and what kind of things we do.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting today. So much I can tell.
Is that better?
So it's very
Sounds
nice
good.
to see all of you joining in. There's even someone from Sweden already here. Hi, Corker, if this correctly pronounced. It's good to see you. But yes, we were quiet for the past 2 months because actually a lot of things have happened, right? What a crazy time.
Yeah, we can say that. Definitely. I think like we need to give more details to the community.
Definitely.
We had a really rough couple of months. The company was in a really bad situation. We had a business model that was not reliable. It was impossible to sustain with the business model we had, trying to fight to get the biggest user base possible, and trying to fight to get a fundraise every 3 months was not sustainable, and
Wow.
it got us to a near bankruptcy situation, which is called in French the redressement judiciaire, and it's the Chapter 11 in the US. It was very rough for everyone in the team, and it was basically coming from the fact that we were losing money from every new customers.
Wow.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I think this is also something that you've been mentioning in the past, back when we had our conversations on the Shadow News, is that because we saw it a lot. I mean, I saw this a lot in the communication sometimes in between users, that people are like, yeah, just onboard more users, like just activate all the people already that you have in the queue, right? But the problem was that if we would have activated all of them, that wouldn't have helped really, right? At least not back then.
Activating everyone would have meant losing even more money, which was not good and not sustainable. So we burned our wings at trying to be the biggest in town as fast as possible. It happens to a lot of startups. It's something that's kind of usual in the startup world, but. The good thing is
I'm taking notes, man. Look at this. I'm taking notes, man.
And it became a fight between billion-dollar company and / billionaires in France to know who will manage to take over our business and our activity, which is actually great, and it made us it put us in a great position where the tribunal in the end had to choose between two great offers, one that was made with a couple of employees, which I was a part of, and one that was made by Octave Klaba from OVH. And in the end, the winner was Octave Klaba, and it's a great news for the team. It's an amazing opportunity for us, because that finally means we have the money, we have the funds to create great things, to develop our product, to finally make Shadow as good as we wanted to.
But what does that mean for the consumers?
Yeah, and
it's great for you guys, but what does that mean for us?
Make a little point on
Good
this
question.
Good question. Well, I think the discussions and everything was going around for 2 months, right? I think at the beginning we started off with like 4 offers.
That's what I was saying too.
Just the head-to-head was in the end between two very
ambitious.
Yeah, they were.
They certainly were. We could be very lucky, because again, the situation, at least for us employees, was also we were waiting, right? We knew the community was waiting. They wanted to know that how Shadow moves on. Of course, it was the same for us. So hearing the news that the offers were like that interesting, that positive for us, was a relief, to say the least. So, and thanks to that, we can now be here actually and talk about all these things, because they're now in the past. At least this whole situation of
Chief says it could.
I agree.
Let's say it's like
100%.
a close death kind of situation, right?
Chief.
Definitely. And I think it's finally the end of this.
Yes. So yes, it's like a new. We're starting to kind of go into new horizons, but those new horizons are also not very new, because some of them are most of them are actually remain similar to what we started out from, right? I mean, the idea of Shadow itself as a gaming computer, or as like a computer in the cloud with like additional ideas, of course, how you could use it, won't move away from us anytime
We're still
soon,
trying to figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the greatest thing about this news is that in the end we have the power now to move on and create great things for our product, which is still a cloud computer for gamers.
That's
it's a
cool.
unique thing in the world,
sticking
something
to
that we
that.
are the only ones doing. A service that is among the best in terms of quality, latency, and we want to develop it and make it as good as possible. And that's a great thing, is that we keep this, and you can be sure that
Tyler,
Shadow will
you're
still
right
be
on
the
with
track,
this, for sure.
to offer new features and make the best cloud computer possible.
And I cannot stress this enough, right? We're still talking about it. What Yannis here is trying to say is that we remain a cloud computer, saying that, as many people might have feared, like if Octave Klaba and Hubik is taking over, we're going to be somewhat more like a catalog for gamers anytime soon. And this is not going to happen, right?
Okay.
So we will
I'm getting more
stay in being
That's good.
and agnostic when it comes to platforms, right? You can still be playing those PC Windows games that you wanted to play before with whatever shop in the back end that you wanted to use for it, right? So you can still, play World of Warcraft if you like, but you can also, download Steam, So there won't be any limitation when it comes to a catalog or something. So I'm very happy to hear this, because this was a lot of questions were coming there where it's like, hey, you guys are going to sell out now, or what's it gonna be?
He's saying he's
So-
very happy to
Definitely.
hear
And
it.
I
So
guess
he
the
had
great
the
thing
same
with this is
question
that,
we had too,
Yeah.
aside from
of what Shadow's
this,
going to become.
business that we've been doing and having Shadow for gamers, we will be creating new lines of products, working on the B2B side to create proper B2B products, also developing what used to be the business of Cubic, which was a cold storage platform where you could save your files and
I'm going to
and
go
make
on
them
Twitter
available
and
from the
ask
cloud.
them some of these
All of
difficult
these things will
questions.
give us
Yeah,
a lot
get
of
on the rest.
opportunities.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
moreover, the good thing with Octave and its offer is that we are now in a close partnership with OVH, which will help us to deploy new servers, develop
That's
the
what
offer, and
some people
make
might not know, that Shadow in Europe is
sustainable
already
for us.
running on the OVH servers, some of it.
Yeah, I think this is one of the bigger benefits, right? Because
Yeah.
OVH has already plenty of data centers around the globe.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone in the chat remembers, but basically what Shadow started out from was buying and all the hardware and maintaining the data centers themselves, which was a huge amount of money that had to be poured in. So each time we were planning to expand somewhere, there was
What's
a
up,
huge
dude?
investment
Thanks for
coming
being
up
here.
front, right?
Appreciate you guys
And
being
basically,
here.
we're working close with OVH
Shadow's
now.
becoming
is that we will be able to move a little easier on
Look, you
this,
crazy.
right? So this is great.
So I'm on
And-
on Twitch right
and I
now. I'm
think,
trying to ask these important
even more
questions.
than
So let's
that,
see. Bye.
you know that we have been struggling because we didn't have enough funds. I mean, we lacked investors. We were looking for money all the time, and it was really painful for the team. We were like losing people. If you go back to 2019, at the end of 2019, we were like 220 people in the company. Now we are 124. So really,
Wow.
the team suffered from this, fighting and struggling to get money. New CEOs every time, etc. And I think it's the end of this bad era for us, and we can finally move on and start over to create
just
new things.
downright
which also
mismanagement,
means we
wasn't
need
it?
to find like a sustainable business model.
Yes.
And yeah, that's something we talked in the past in the Shadow News, but also we talked about it in the press, mostly in France. The price we have positioned ourselves at the end of 2019, it's unsustainable. I mean, having what we offer with Shadow is not possible.
I don't know what made them
Especially-
think it was
especially if
Yeah,
you
it
look
was
at
possible.
how
Place.
the market
Yeah.
currently looks like, right? I mean, it's brutal right now. I mean, you won't get any hands on a PlayStation, on an Xbox anymore, right? There's no graphics card on the markets. It's really rough. And if you want to, going back to the whole old Shadow, now buy all this hardware again, right? Set up new data centers. This is close to impossible for a pricing point that is that competitive, I might say.
Exactly,
So
and I
they
think like
hike up the
in this
prices.
new beginning, we can
That's their
finally
own
focus
fault.
on software development, what we do best.
Yes.
We can focus on the needs of the customers themselves and forget about hyper growth and think about how we make a sustainable business something that will create value to the users and make actually, instead of like chasing new users, we will go back to what we loved at the beginning and having users come to us because the product is so cool and it's so good itself. So I think it's the best way of creating a stable business for us and having a good company.
Exactly, and I think this also opens up for us to be
That's a good point, Taylor.
more reliable and as a service itself, right? Because we don't have to rush, as you said, for finding new users to then go to investors and say, hey, look, we're growing super fast. right? Please give us your
So
money.
they're not
Instead, we can now
answering any
focus on what's important,
questions,
which
man.
is
I still don't know.
experience for you guys, for the users, right?
We
to
get it.
give you a
You
better
guys
time with Shadow, basically.
overpromised. We get that.
So yeah, I will
What's
give more
next?
details. Yeah, I mean some of you think about it in the chat. Yeah, today we will announce the new pricing. You have to understand
There it
that
is.
Let's
Boom.
go.
There it
it was
is.
not, as I said, a sustainable business. You have to understand that every
Bring
time
it.
we get a new customer, you have to put
Shadow
the
Boost,
hardware in front of it,
$50 a month.
like buying actually a GPU,
Downgrade
CPU,
from
a
1080
whole
to
server
970.
to make things work. You have to buy the storage to make it work. You also need to pay for the electricity, the network, etc.
Oh my
even
God,
on
we
top
know
of
you've got
that, you have to
overheads, man.
I
Everyone
know,
pays for
man.
electricity.
for each users.
Come
So
on.
yeah, you can imagine that at $15 it's not sustainable, and we need to stop this. We need to stop the hemorrhage. We need to create a
Get ready for
sustainable
that, Tyler.
offer
Get ready
so
for
that
that.
we can have users that are happy.
Yes,
and that
sir.
the
We
company
should
You
be
can,
hearing it.
you can tell I'm Scottish and a wee
keep,
bit more tight. I
going.
want his 50 a month.
Just before you start, I have one more thing I could add for that, just to give a quick heads up for that, because I've been seeing that there is a competitor to us that is a little bit smaller, that has been
Max said it. Say it.
pretty much pricier than we were, and
Say
they're
it.
currently shutting down the user business unit as well, because
Firepower.
it's basically not making enough money, even
Maybe.
though they're way pricier than we
I
are.
think it is fire.
So
Yeah, they're
just
way,
to
they're way
show
pricier
everyone
because they
a
know
little
how
bit
much the
maybe that
service
this
is
is
worth.
actually not an easy business, right? We cannot forget that Shadow
Look,
was
I'm saying
pioneering with
40.
this idea
I'm saying
of
40.
creating
He's saying
a
place
PC
it
in the
bet.
cloud, right? And
I'm saying 40
finding
for
a good
boost.
spot is very hard at the same time as well.
50. You're saying 50?
So yeah, for
Alright,
those of you
let's see.
who know us for a long time, we will go back to prices that are similar.
Yeah,
but even
Chief
better
makes
than
a good
what we
point
used
there.
to
That's
do
what
in
we
the past.
said.
We will completely remove the
Yeah,
commitment.
what they
which I
said they
feel
shut down
is,
for wasn't
painful
actually
for
what
users.
they shut the
Yeah.
game
And
aside down for. So,
you are sticked
True.
to the offer.
but you guys will find that out if you go to the
you
website
can-
because there's an
you
article on
are
it.
forced to pay or whatever. I feel like
Tell 'em.
it's not
Tell
what
'em,
we
monkey.
the kind of value we want to have in the company. So the new prices, the new price will be very simple. It will be $29.99. No more
$30.
commitment. Very simple.
What's
Okay.
that for?
And
Luke
something
was
that
right on the
everyone
money.
can
30.
understand. It used to be $34.90 for the no commitment offer, and now it's $29.99. It's simple. It's only this price, and you get Shadow for it. It's great value.
That's actually quite good.
Wait, what?
I definitely agree.
What do you
I
get
think it's
though?
still,
Are you getting
especially
boost for that price?
Looking at the situation again at this
I don't know.
moment,
They
I
haven't
think
said.
it's a very good price.
What do you get with it, y'all?
You also sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, and I mean like the value is tremendous, and I feel like we have a couple of things to talk about today also. So because this subject had to be taken over and we had to talk about it, now we can move on to some tech news also, because we have some great news right now.
Yes.
For those of you who've been following the beta and what we had in beta in the last couple of months.
No,
we
don't
will
talk
be
about that right
releasing,
now.
In June, new things. Mostly the dual screen, which is like the most
guys, you
awaited,
talked about the price. What
feature,
tier are we getting for 30? Don't
for
go
us.
to features right
It's,
now, man.
It's something we
Stick
announced
to
a
the price.
long time ago. And
it's almost as old as you are in the company already, right? It's like
I think it's exactly the same age, so quite old. I grew multiple bears from this, but yeah, it's finally coming out in June. That's the plan. I really hope we can make it. I don't want to commit to a specific date. I love the developers and they will hate me if I commit to a specific date. But that's the plan right now. Also, especially for our good friend Give 444 Colors.
Oh man,
is
Luke's
coming
on
out,
fire tonight.
in June as well. I mean, it's really great news, and all of this in the same offer.
Yep.
No feature pack. I mean, that's something we talked about in the past. creating a feature pack and make you pay for those specific features, like dual screen, 444, whatever.
Yeah.
We thought it was a strategy, but in the end, it's a better idea to have more features and to keep developing new features for Shadow, because it's
So
what you guys
Boost,
want is
the
to have
devs
a
are
full
the mods are confirming on
high-end
Twitch.
computer in the
Boost
cloud.
is what's gonna be
And
$30.
just to touch on that
Nice
again,
one, Ace.
I think because
Oh,
I see a lot
man.
of people now
That's
like
not
asking
good,
the question in
guys.
chat right now.
That's
so
not
so we
good.
pay $30 for Shadow Boost. I think what you mentioned to me before as well was that Shadow Boost, as it is right now, won't exist any longer. Is that correct?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, like the idea is to say, like Boost Ultra Infinite. It's what actually put us here today. I mean, having multiple offers created a lot of confusion in our minds and in the consumer's mind. It also made us invest huge amount of money and actually killed us one time. So now we
Shadow
have to
killed by
refocus
Shadow.
and create something that's simpler. So
Okay.
having like Shadow at $29.99,
What do you get with it?
it makes
Yeah,
it finally
that's what I wanna
possible
know.
for us to go back to
Is that
the
like a
old promise of
1080
Shadow,
or?
and to
Yeah.
say that we want to have an ever-aging computer. So it means that in the end we will be able to create to change the hardware behind it. Now we are on a renting model with OVH. So imagine that now what you get at this price in the future will be
Why
much
can't they
better.
just answer
You
these
will be
simple
getting new
questions,
hardware,
though?
and we are listening to what you guys are talking about. And
What are you
we want to
getting?
give
It's
you
as simple as that. You announce the
more
price point. You tell people what you
more
get with
frequency
it.
on the CPU, of course. We want to give you ray tracing, and the thing is that
Okay.
you need to have Shadow for $29.99. And also, if you guys in the future want something better, like what we tried to do with Ultron Infinite, it would be like a performance option, just like what we do with the storage option.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I think at least it's a number I've heard before, right? Just to outline again a bit on what you said here in a sentence is that now that we're leasing from OVH it makes so much easier, because back in the day, again, we had to buy the hardware, right? And with the pricing that we had, it would take us around 5 years, correct me if I'm wrong, to just amortize the amount of money we invested, right? So, and then already after 5 years, there's so much new hardware coming out, right? We cannot even buy new hardware from that money yet because we just paid off the old one, right? So being able to work with OVH now on this and leasing the hardware gives us a lot of more opportunities to do, as you said, to go back to that old promise and change hardware when it's possible. Right?
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what
I think they're just going to beat about the bush with this, and then we're going to get
killed ourselves by
a blog of some kind later, detailing everything. Yeah,
right.
That's when we'll find out where the real bullshit lies.
It's extremely painful for us to add offer to let's say we announce we will deliver something and we are not able to deliver it. So everything around what we did with Ultra Infinite, it was like a huge pain internally, and we want this to finally end, to stop this, and start over with great foundations. So let's say you pay one price, you get tremendous value over it, and you get the best cloud computer possible. But making this in the past completely killed us.
Yes, definitely. It was over ambitious, let's say. Yes.
Yeah. So, just to move on also about the devs update and what will be coming next month. We will also have something long-awaited and something I really like.
Do people really give a crap about these features right now? You're telling people that they might not have access to Shadow, and yet you're talking about features. I really don't care about dual screen and all these other things, man. Just get to the root of the stuff, the price, the rigs. Stop talking about features.
Quite shitty in terms of user experience.
Yeah, customers just want to know what they're getting for this money, if they're going to be bottlenecked, when they're going to be able to get on.
That gives me an opportunity to jump in right here, because obviously I was watching the French Shadow news just beforehand.
So was I, but I couldn't understand anything.
and knowing what JB also talked about in the past, what is our idea here? Because we've been getting the question, of course, a lot as well. It's like, what happens to Shadow Ghost? What happens to the Shadow Box? Are we going to remain a software company? I know you said it before, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to just touch on that bit again. What will happen in terms of Shadow hardware? Can we expect anything new here?
We don't have anything to announce
Agreed.
just
I
yet,
hear you.
but of course that's the plan right now. Remember that we just we
Chief, you
just
do
started
have a
working
point there,
in the new
for
company
sure.
like 20 days ago. We had new management, etc. What the plan right now is
Jay,
to
that's the question we're asking here
we
too,
want
for
to
sure.
deploy new things. Of course, we want to update everything as soon as possible. We have nothing to announce yet. Otherwise, we would be just crazy.
That's not what I meant. Sorry.
But,
I meant in terms of Shadow hardware. I meant like Shadow Ghost, Shadow Box.
oh,
like,
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't clear enough. Sorry.
Sorry. No, I mean like in terms of owned hardware. Yeah, that's one of the thing. In the past, we tried to fight for on multiple sides, doing our own hardware, doing our own infrastructure, and developing our software also.
Yes.
I think we're not focused on software. We will not create new dedicated hardware. It's something complicated, something we were not good at.
Right.
We did.
To be fair,
something that was
it
okay
is a
with the
good
Ghost
deal,
and
but
the Box V1,
when
but
you
it
have
was
people
hard for
paying,
us, and it's
$12
smarter
a month, and then
to go
you're
the
upping
other
it
way
to
around
30, you
and
gotta
to
justify that price,
develop
man.
more and more
It's crazy.
images and clients for more platforms like the Raspberry Pi, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's the good way of doing it, I think, and that doesn't mean that we won't have a dedicated hardware in the future, but it won't be like manufactured by Shadow and developed by Shadow itself. We will do it through
Yeah, it's insane, right, Flesh?
Yeah, that makes
It's
total
crazy.
sense. I see more and more people are asking
The wait
questions.
is
What do you
crazy.
think? Should we jump into the Q&A?
Jump into the
Yeah,
Q&A,
I think it's
please.
quite
Yeah,
important
and
because I
don't
see
cherry
a
pick
lot of
questions. Answer them
questions,
one by one, please.
Seriously.
From the chat.
All right, let's jump right in.
Let me pull out my Q&A.
There's actually a question just touching on that we just discussed. Wazer42 is asking, are we still working on Raspberry Pi 4 support? How's that going forward?
Dude.
On last what? Sorry.
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Yeah. It's
I prefer
something we
Apple
want
Pi.
to develop. It's actually a topic internally, but we don't have any date to announce yet.
I mean, they're
Ben,
making.
this. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, what I was going to say is
Apple
quickly, just they're
questions,
making the
That's
right
fine. Sorry,
move.
I
They're
need to give
renting
more
off of
details about the
OVH right
price.
now in Europe.
Okay,
So
go
yeah,
ahead.
as
They're
I
not
said,
building their
no
own
commitments,
hardware
no more
anymore.
commitments.
They're going
We will
to,
remove the commitment for
purchase
everyone.
through third-party vendors,
The idea is to
Yeah.
say you
which
can
is going to
cancel
allow them to
anytime,
upgrade quicker.
really,
You would imagine.
quite famous.
But that's the question. We want to know what we're getting for this $30.
And it will be a much simpler offer for all of you. If you guys are unhappy with the price change, you can leave anytime. If you want to come back after, it's easier. Remember that it's like it has been like really a pain for us to not be able to deliver you. To have like a 1 year lead over any pre-orders, it's dumb and bad for us, and that's not something we want to move to do in the future. We prefer to have like stock.
Raging Jacob said for $30 you get Stadia and Game Pass and GeForce now.
Yeah, and see, to be honest,
something that
Shadow
we can probably look
is far
forward to
better than
working
every
with
single one of
OVH
them.
on this.
To be fair, let's just
in
be
the future.
completely honest. But you can't really complain. You can't really
There was a
compare
question
them.
concerning Ultron Infinite. Do
they're
you
not the same
have
thing.
information on? I mean, we still have Ultron Infinite users for those who don't know about this in Europe.
Yeah, what's going to happen with them?
They're not a lot, but we still have them. What is the price change going to look like for them? Is there one to be expected?
Yeah, it was posted by someone in the chat because we announced it in France already. Yeah, the Ultra in Europe is $44.99 and Infinite is $54.99. But as what we said in France, we will not be deploying Ultron Infinite anymore. It nearly killed us. It's not possible and it's not sustainable. So we will not do it like this. It's a bad thing to do, and it's not sustainable for us.
So what happens to the
Yeah, that
users?
makes
They
sense.
just get to keep
I
it?
can totally understand that.
They get downgraded to Boost, bro.
These questions are very long sometimes. Wow. So no more Ultron Infinite in Europe either. Edison is asking.
Yeah, thank you.
No, yeah, the Ultron Infinite that are live right now will stay live.
Okay,
The
that's
users
Oh.
that have it will still have it
Oh,
with the new
lucky
pricing.
you.
So it's plus 15 euros basically. And we will replace every customer that goes out because we have a finite number of slots. So every time one guy cancels, you have a chance to get it if you're in France or in Europe. But we won't deploy those offers anymore.
And it also won't be possible to subscribe right now to them anymore, as far as I know, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a question. Where was it? From Mr. Family Size asking. He's not a current user, but he's looking into it. And if he's checking pre-order right now, it says that activations will open up in 1 year. What about those pre-orders in the US for current Shadow Boost?
I mean, that's a huge part of the problem that we had in the past. I mean, like saying that we will deliver in mid-2022 doesn't make sense at all. You can be sure that we need to change that. And whatever happens in the near future, we will deliver everything before the end of 2021 for sure. There is no reason to say we deliver in 2022. It was basically a calculation made over the current infrastructure we had. As we will move to OVH infrastructure, we will have better hardware, more capacity,
That's
and we will deploy much
this
faster.
is a great point.
Yeah, I think I always saw it more as a placeholder, to be honest, because again, like the past 2 months when we put down this messaging, we didn't know what the future might look like, right?
With this news, they'll
so
be
we're just lucky that it's
newcomers.
looking way more sunny than the past 2 months.
Yeah, they're done.
I see still some questions about Ultron Infinite from EU. But yeah,
I hope so. I hope the time does shorten.
They are in a line. It's really a small number right now. So to be honest,
it's
this
bad,
line
artful.
will propose the opportunity to have a boost. I think that's something we did in the past, but we will do it again. And as I said, if someone cancels because they feel like the price is too expensive on Ultron Infinite, it will free a slot and you will get the opportunity to get your machine.
They're gonna probably see a lot of cancellation.
Just
after this news.
Mate, if I get Infinite and Ultra, I ain't cancelling.
I'm not cancelling, right?
Lost Toys 2005. Do we have a time frame for when we can expect those prices to be changed?
Yeah, you will receive all the details. It will happen during the month of June. You will have all the legal delays to change your offer, to cancel the commitment, etc. So don't worry about it. I see also a lot of questions about.
It's only 10 days away, really.
Different pricing. It's the same pricing for euro, dollars, and pounds. It's easy. We are very bad at conversion, but it's mostly because you guys in the US don't pay VAT. We don't display the VAT in the price in the US, whereas in Europe we pay the VAT in the price. So it's more or less
fair.
Exactly the same price.
Staying with the pricing, I also saw some questions popping up concerning a very famous other product, let's call it, which is our additional storage. Do you know anything about if the storage prices will remain?
You're right
or
about
will
that.
They change as well?
No, yes, the storage price is exactly the same, and it will stay the same.
Okay,
storage price stay the same. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I say a question about will the hardware be upgraded as part of this price increase? So it will be upgraded, but not at the same time as the price will increase. That's what we explained earlier. We need to increase the price right now because it's not sustainable. We are basically losing money on every new customers. So making the move right now,
we'll see.
It gives us the ability to actually pay
a lot of people are
to
upset
work
with
on the product, to actually buy. Not buy, but rent more hardware, buy Windows licenses, etc. And this is the only way so we can develop the product properly in the future. And then in a second time,
The tax, that's true.
I
Take that
hope
into
by the end of the year
consideration.
we will be able to deploy new hardware.
Yeah, I think this goes along the line of what you said, Chase. Going back to the roots of the Shadow idea of like slowly upgrading hardware when it's possible and makes sense, right? I think it's important to make the distinction
Vlad,
of this
this
price
is a
increase
great
has nothing
question.
to
You
do
would
with
have to ask them. Go to the
creating a
Twitch
new
live
offer, but
chat
it's
and ask
basically
them that
just
question.
us not going
Well,
back to
they just
where we were
said that
2 months
they're
ago.
aiming
Right?
to get everyone's
not a
delivery
place
out
we
by
wanna
the
go
end of
back
the
to.
year.
End of the year.
So, because then we would be gone for sure, and we would not have this beautiful conversation.
But that's not written in stone, guys, by the way. That's what they're aiming for.
Our year contract for those of us on year contract.
Somebody
despicable business move.
in the Twitch chat said, "Give me back my Infinite."
The process is simple. We need to
follow
what the law says. So we will give you more details on how the move is made for the committed people. But basically,
one of our Discord members is in the chat. I see he's been mentioned, Golden Sun.
Yeah, I see him too.
You see him?
Yeah. He's got some good questions, man.
As soon as you want. Again, the idea is not to block you with a product that is too expensive if you cannot afford it anymore. We are not happy about increasing the price. It's a hard decision, a tough decision.
Yes.
But it's necessary to.
You see the Twitch chat? Somebody said old hardware. Every PlayStation is better.
Gamer again. I
think what the PS1,
some
bro?
people might get the wrong idea here. We're not increasing the price because we want to be billionaires. We're increasing the price because Shadow would be dead otherwise, right? Like the service would be gone. This is the reason why we have to increase the price. Again, 2 months ago there was a bidding. There were offers going out to buy Shadow to keep Shadow alive, right? So we're not I don't know, prying on the vulnerable here.
Yeah, I
mean, that's a good point. That's a
really,
good point. We don't want them to close
it has
down.
been really tough days for you also with the cancellation of Ultron Infinite in the US. But I mean, it doesn't make any sense to make you pay and to deploy hardware that is like more than 2 years old now. We need to create something that fits 2021. We need to put our product in 2021 and stop fighting over a fight that we lost 2 years ago. Actually, it's about moving on and creating better foundations for Shadow.
So it sounds like they're going to work on.
Thank you, bro.
I think this is a painful restart in a lot of ways, but.
It sounds like they're going to work on making boost tier better than what we're currently getting. So that's always good.
Yeah, they're wanting to upgrade, but what they're going to upgrade to is a whole other story. I guess we're going to have to just wait and see. But the new man that took over did say himself on Twitter that he wanted to upgrade the hardware.
The US business part, the US business unit.
It's all good for the US part. It was not technically part of the French court agreement. It was the US company,
100%
which was called Blade Corp, was under the Chapter 11 procedure, and it was bought. And
thank you. That's what we strive to do here. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Ubique right now, and we will give it a new name in the near future.
Shadow, maybe.
There's again a question from Works with concerning hardware upgrades. Again, we plan to go back to a promise we had going when Shadow just started out to continuously upgrade the hardware. We currently don't have the details for what hardware will be upgraded at what point, as Yanis pointed out before. We plan to upgrade the hardware to the end of the year. This is a plan again.
There we go.
We don't have any details to share yet, sadly.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take that. At least they're planning on upgrading the hardware end of this year. I'll take that.
Looking at questions.
No, I actually like the Shadow name. I like Shadow.
There is a chance that we make a big loss on this.
I mean,
Of
it's
course, I
it's
mean,
the most
we are aware
well-known
that we will
virtual
be losing
PC, isn't
customers. I
it?
mean, it's no secret, and we would be fool if we would have thought differently.
Yes.
But again, it's a necessary thing.
Yep.
Yeah. About
Just
what we
change
will be
take
using in the
almost have
future,
to-
will
yeah.
you be using NVIDIA Grid with sharing
Sure.
and bad networking? No, I guess the main concern is how do we make the equivalent of what we add with the boost with hardware that's coming out in 2021. So it's a refresh, and we are listening to what you guys say. If we create and when we will deploy new hardware, we will
Ooh.
have a better CPU
Fleshy, I
frequency.
like this. It's
We
a
will
shadow
offer ray
of his
tracing,
former
and yes,
self.
for this $29.99 price.
Ooh.
I mean, I think there was a tweet from our president, Octav Kleber, also
because of the-
already testing out new hardware. So
Dag, you guys.
believe us, we are looking into the hardware business and there's the section to see what we could offer. So
Yeah,
believe us.
Ian, that's something we're going to need to wait and
we'll
see
follow up on
what
this.
comes into the terms and conditions.
The referral program, I
Right.
see some question about it.
Because
yes,
they did say
it will
this new
stay,
price
more or less the same.
increase of
We
the
are talking about what we
$30.
could
There's
do
going to be
about
no
it in the
commitment
future.
to
It's
that
still
though,
a
so
good
you
program
can
right now, but,
come and go
if
on the
we
monthly.
wanted to evolve,
That would be
You don't
great.
have to be. You don't have to be like
in the near
minimum
future.
That would be
whatever the
great.
minimum sign up was.
There was a question about VR as well.
Ooh, yeah,
as
let's
well.
hear that.
A couple of questions
Yep.
before. So yes,
That
Shadow
I'm
is a
interested
cloud computer, but still a computer. So normally you would be able to run VR with certain headsets. If I remember correctly, this would be the Oculus Quest 1 and 2. We also have our own Shadow Alpha app that you can find on our forum, by the way.
Yeah.
But yes, normally it is possible to run VR on through Shadow. So,
yeah, we are developing our own app for a long time. It's still in alpha, but it's
Well,
moving on.
it's Wilson.
And it's good. I see
Guys.
also a question about how we, like for example, can
Well,
we get shadow streaming
There's been
software to
I've
stream your own
reported
PC,
3 million Stadia app
just like
downloads,
what
so
Parsec and
I think
Wing
that's loads of
Railway are
players
doing.
for Stadia.
I think that's an interesting question.
Hold on, sorry.
It's something we never
Anything
developed
about Shadow
actually to give you the opportunity to do
about 30-minute
but
limit.
it's the kind of thing we
yeah,
could do in the
nothing
future.
yet, I guess.
I still
It's $30
like
too
the
much
idea
if they
about
need
it
to
because I
pay.
feel like it's a good
Yeah.
opportunity to try Shadow for free.
The price is
at least
too
a part of the
much, but
experience,
again, if we want this
to
company to
use your
stay
own hardware
relevant and
with what
alive,
we do in terms of software.
we need to support them.
It's very nice.
Yeah, they've done themselves an injustice coming in at such a low price to begin with, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Racist,
we
he
we're
might
not
have to
doing
end his
this for
account.
fun. we are
Yeah, and
changing the price
What did we miss,
to
Robert?
to
Go
make
ahead,
the product better
Mikey.
and not to make
Yeah, I was going to say
for
they have said that you
that's
can
worse.
walk away, so I imagine there is going to be, if you're
People-
on a yearly
Yeah,
How do
or
I
a
cancel my yearly
commitment,
sub?
they
So
might
yeah,
just
you will
let
receive
you
all the
go.
details, but
Yeah.
that's the idea. There will be no yearly commitment. You will have the ability to unsubscribe very easily if you are
yeah,
unhappy
some
with
news
the price.
here. And I think
Which
Chief
will
is gonna
mean
do like
that some
a
of people who
run
are
sum up video.
waiting for
I
the
know, yeah,
notification
I'll get that.
will get a
Chief's
free slot.
busy.
Okay,
So I was
you'll
chatting
get
in the
there?
chat with him.
everything
Yeah,
comes
I
with,
should
cool.
manage that.
some new options. Any potential changes to the timeout? I think what Zero Crossing probably wants to talk about is the. Do you have anything about what we
Where did that
call
go?
what was it, Project Siberia?
Yes, Michael,
Yeah.
$30 for
I think
Shadow
it's
Boost.
released everywhere right now. From what I've heard. Yeah. So no, the hibernation issue, which not
Yeah,
hibernation, but
they
actually
hijack-
the
they
automatic
hike
shutdown
the price. It's
issue.
now 30 instead of
a lot smarter right now. So you get
instead of
a
15.
short
Yeah.
timeout if you are in a time where a lot of people are connected,
Well,
and you will get a
there you
longer
go. Have fun with that.
time to shut down when less people are connected. Basically.
Okay, it's $29.99, guys.
When will the new price take effect? During the month of June, you will receive all the details. It's a process that takes some time. You will have a full month to decide what happens for you if you want to stay.
So we're going to get the details.
Vibesmet is
Current
also
customers
asking
are going
how
to get
the
new
transition
details
from,
at the beginning
Shadow
of
Boost
June.
to the new
June.
Shadow
Good
price
to know.
take effect. I think this is, as Yanis said, something that we're going to outline a little better in a dedicated email that's going to be sent out prior to the actual price change. And again, you will be able to to remain with us at this point, or if it's something that you're not agreeing to.
Ace,
on this
ask in
anymore, that you
chat
think,
what
like, it's too
specs the
pricey.
rigs are, because you're just
Yeah.
not
You
answering
don't-
this
you don't
question,
have
man.
to.
The specs
continue
of
this.
Boost.
Yeah,
I see
like
a
what
question
is
about,
everyone?
like, what's happening with the data
Alright, let me
centers?
give it a
Where
go.
will current location move to?
Yeah, I see a lot
So
of
yeah,
people
it's a
asking
process
that,
that we
but they
are
have
doing
answered.
right now. Moving our data centers mostly to OVH infrastructure. There are some places where OVH is not there. The idea is to keep some of the data centers we
Alright, so I
have.
just asked, let's see if
And
they answer.
also move people in OVH data center
Threaten
when
him
it's
with a bad
possible,
review on
and
his channel,
when
Ace.
it's not destroying your experience, of course. We're fighting to give you the best experience as possible. Like increasing latency.
Yeah,
is
I
not,
would say just
what
hold
we
on to
want.
Shadow for now,
Some
guys.
of you may experience it, though. I prefer to warn you.
Shadow we're in
And
with,
if this
yeah,
happens,
Big Boy says
it's
GeForce
mostly
now.
because
Yeah,
we cannot sustain to have
yeah, they have
specific data
competition
centers
now,
everywhere.
Tom. You're right on.
And we will move
Ask
some
some
of you to OVH data centers that's maybe
That's
either
true.
closer
We
or
could
farther from you,
support them
depending
and
on
create our
where you
own
are.
versions. Ah,
That's
7
true.
games. That's right on.
Oh shoot, where was the question?
Oh, where's Duncan
Any
when we need
plans
him
to
on
expand to
live?
Scandinavia?
He still loves that service.
Like expanding to the Nordics has always been a plan. We have
No
no
worries,
details to give,
soldier. Glad
but
that we can
I have great hopes
be
that
of support
with
for you
this
guys, for sure.
OVH partnership, we will be able to move
The
much
writings
faster
on the
towards
wall.
new
A
region
lot of people
and
are
open
saying
new
this.
region faster.
And concerning the Amsterdam data center, there was also 2 questions that I saw. Is this something that we
They
should
keep
be
ignoring
expecting
my
that's going to be shut
question,
down
man.
anytime soon, or is this something that will remain?
I mean, it's not about shutting down data centers. What we will certainly do is to
Shut down the one in
move
Korea.
users from the data centers
That's
to other
true.
data centers. I think that for Europe, it's mostly a better opportunity for most of our users, as a lot of users
I'm gonna
in
ask it for
Amsterdam
the
data
3rd
centers
time.
are in Germany, and OVH has multiple data centers around Germany. So in the
And in Germany.
And in Germany, so in the
Oh,
end,
so
I expect that you
7
have,
games is saying
even a better experience.
this is going to be
I don't know
this is going to be the
precisely
specs for
details right now,
Boost,
but
apparently.
it should be
Where did you get
better
that
for you.
information?
Yeah,
In
let
terms of,
us know where you
how
got that
feel
from.
it, I expect you to receive an email
That's
just
not a
saying,
bad
"Hey,
rig
Jude,
It's not,
for
tomorrow
but
your
for
computer will have
$30. To be
a
fair,
moment."
or
can we
30.
That's
confirm
mostly
that?
what you will feel.
Where
Yes.
did you get that
It will be,
information?
not
Oh, it
too
says that's the
painful
old one.
for you.
Never mind.
It will be very
Thank
as
you,
for
though.
the
Thank
UK,
you, though.
that's also great news for you because, like,
Oh, so someone
we
said
will certainly
Dr.
move users from
Me888 on
UK to
Twitch said
Gravelin,
the specs
which
are
is
going to
much
be the same
closer
as
to
Boost now.
the UK than
So price
Oh.
increase with the same specs. It's like I
Um,
don't know how
not wanting to
people
shut
are gonna
anyone down,
feel
but I think
about
it's
that.
starting to
But
get a little late over here. So I think we should do I don't know, 1 or 2 last questions, and yeah, then
so Raven
call it a
Anime
night,
is saying
I would
he
say.
can't wait
what about pending
on the Twitch.
activation?
What can
Will
you
you
wait
honor
for?
the ones that is for this July? I need to figure the details about this one. Like
Okay,
the
so
plan
I'm
right
on the
now, and that's something we
Shadow
cannot discuss
Tech
here. But we talked about it in France.
site right now,
The
shadow.tech
activation are quite
/specs.
frozen right now.
And
as
they
we
say
are
that the
moving
Boost rig
our
is
data
a
centers,
GeForce
but
GTX
we will
1080 or equivalent.
deploy
Processors,
at
4
OVH,
cores,
and
8
we will
threads,
restart
12
activation.
gigabytes of
And when we
memory,
will restart activation, it will be much
256
faster,
gig
and it
of
will be much
SSD
we will have much more
storage,
capacity.
upgradable to 2
Just
terabyte
I saw a question
HDD,
specifically about the peering
and obviously running on
and
Windows
how
10
OVH
64
handles
bit.
network. If
Um,
we ever encounter bad peering at OVH or we ever have a problem, you know that we guys
I see it. I
at
see it.
Shadow, we worked a lot on network issues. We will still have people working on the network problems, and I have great hopes that we can help OVH in their network to improve,
they did say specs
latency
will
specifically
improve
for
by the end
product,
of the year.
Oh,
So
I
that's
was-
what
we have something that
looking
I was just about to say the exact
that-
same thing. Yeah,
that needs to be
I mean,
properly at OVH.
the hardware I've got right now
Yes, definitely.
in the in my
Um,
laptops.
Do you have one more question
It's
that you want to
My
equivalent
do?
graphic,
to
my
Boost.
yeah, my
or-
graphics card is better, but my memory's
do you have any
lower.
last words for us?
So you know,
Just will you
give or
continue
take,
to
give or
focus
take.
It's not
It's,
a bad
Marina?
rig, you know.
yeah, no, it's
not
not
a
bad
bad
at all. It's not bad at all.
I have no clue because it will be
But I am excited
data
for the
centers rented
increase,
at OVH, but
by
I
the
guess
end of
that
this year.
OVH also has its own strategy towards this.
I saw one question actually, just to
Yeah.
interrupt, and I think it's actually a good ground to finish this. I think, which is maybe I understood wrong, but I interpreted it my way. Paolo is asking, will we receive more frequent updates? And I think he's talking, of course, about Shadow News. Will we get more Shadow News in the
No,
coming future?
absolutely not.
Or is this something that we have now, like?
He
when
ain't
we have
talking about
to
news. He
bring?
wants to know what updates are
Yeah, I
coming
think
to Shadow.
we want to do a lot more Shadow News in the future.
Come on, come on,
in the near
man.
future, we will
that's
mostly
funny.
do Shadow News to give
Just
you
make
more
sure I
details
don't
about
have
what's
an
happening,
11
like
o'clock
Q&A.
client. Nope, we're good.
And in the parallel, we will
Nice.
take some time in the company to deploy new plans, to start over, because, like as I said, we just started with the new owner, create the great plans and have the best end of the year as possible for you guys.
The best
I think
end of the year.
this is a very good tone to get to a closing here. And just for everyone of you to know, like, yes, this was a live, and if you did not catch everything, we'll do our best to give you all the news that we talked about in a little briefer form, probably in the coming days, in either a form of an FAQ or in a form of a blog post. So stay tuned on our channels, like the forum. Check out on Reddit, go on Discord, and talk to us, or check out our information right there. So don't worry, we will not be gone, even though we might turn off right now. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight,
This is
and
mean.
continuing us hopefully on this journey that is just beginning right now. So I'm stoked to see what's coming next. And
Interesting.
thank you so much, Janice, for joining me here.
Bye, Multi.
Answering all those questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mato, and
Thanks
thank
for
you guys
dodging all those
for
questions,
the support
Yanni.
you're giving us. I mean, like, that's something very important for me, is that since the very beginning, that's something that never failed us, is the community, and thank you guys.
Couldn't agree more. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Have a great evening, and hopefully we'll see you soon on any other channel.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So let's have a quick discussion on what was announced. And by the way, guys, just to give you a heads up, Monkey's going to work on a recap video, making it shorter so you don't have to sit through that whole hour. But what are your thoughts on what was announced today, man?
Well, it finally seems like they've got a bit of good management in place with Octave Klaber.
Yeah.
Listen, he's been successful in the business to business cloud side of things, so he obviously knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The price increase, I think we knew that was going to come. Just looking around the rest of the similar virtual PC services, they were far more expensive.
Right.
And especially when Shadow they were building their own hardware, like building it from the ground up. That's no mean feat, man. That's expensive.
Yeah.
And it was way too cheap. Yeah. They are definitely trying to become more sustainable. That is it. That is the overall thought that I've got here. Mm-hmm. But the question is, will everyone stick around? Will they see any growth? And will they find a reason to continue upgrading into next year? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they did mention business to business as well there. They're going to be doing ever so slightly both, but they're still mainly focusing on the gaming side of things. That was mentioned in there ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So that's still a wee bit of a worry.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, just did. End of the year will tell. It's. I don't want to just put out any silly, brass, bold predictions, but they certainly seem to be trying to be a more sustainable business from here on in, which is good. Which is good for people that's already invested all their money into the service.
True. But you know what? After listening to all of this, to me, I still don't see how this can. Okay, you up in the price. You have in the one, price structure, which is the boost for $30. I still don't see how this is going to be a sustainable business for them. Like are people gonna first of all pay 30 for boost when you compare it to the competition? And again, they're still trying to target the gamer. They've said that multiple times, right? Are people going to be willing to pay $30 for boost? First of all, with the way it is now. Second of all, when they upgrade it, are the specs going to be relevant enough to for people to want to pay $30 for? I don't see how this, even with these changes being made, how this is still a sustainable business model. In 2 years, are we going to be looking back here, going over the same thing again? Okay, we tried this, it did not work. I get Octoclav is smart when it comes to business, but I still don't see this being sustainable, man.
No, you make very good points. It's absolutely brilliant points, and it's just relaying my fears that they're gonna. The more people leave, the more reason it gives them just to go. No, it's obviously not working.
Yeah.
Business to customers off, business to business.
Yeah. I feel like that is going to be what ends up being the future of this platform. Business to business. Because that is a sustainable business. And again, if Octoclav is as smart as we think he is, I think that's the route that this is going to end up going.
And
which is sad.
When you look at the virtual PC market, it's a very small market that they're trying to deal in, because if they aren't going business to business, it's just business to customer.
Yeah,
it's a very small market.
It's a very small market.
Look at the amount of companies that we have reviewed and tested just on this channel.
Yeah.
And where they reach out to, they're just sort of like dotted all over. Shadow is like one of the first ones that could do, Europe and the US.
Yeah.
But there's still so much more infrastructure to come in, for these companies as well.
Yeah.
The hardware is just far too expensive right now. Like, you guys know, I've been trying to upgrade, from what I have just now. But looking at a 20 series, man, I'm still talking 2,000 over here for one of them. So what is that going to be like for these businesses that are trying to build data centers for us? That cannot be easy.
Here's the thing. And sorry, keep going.
No, you go, because I was just waffling.
I was going to say, not only is it expensive, but then with the pandemic too, trying to find these graphics card to update or upgrade is a pain. And that's why I think they struggle with meeting the demands of Ultron Infinite. Because hold on a second.
Yeah, so while Ace is on mute there, Chief just made a good point in the chat, actually.
I gotta go, actually.
Yeah, no problem. I'll wrap this up and let you get back to work.
Sounds good. All right,
Ace, my man.
We'll talk to you guys.
Yeah, see you soon. Everybody say bye to Ace. Bye.